this is going to be quite a bit of work. Hi folks, welcome back. And it has been another couple weeks. A lot has happened, and I have been in a race against time. Basically the way this goes, after work I had to run out here and get the bouncy house set up, and then get a coat of paint or clear coat on the part before the sun went down, because when the sun went down it was very hard to see. And I learned really quickly I need to have light, and the big light we have is okay, but the sunlight is just it makes all the difference in the world. So let me just bring you up to speed on where we're at with the truck. We're basically fast forwarding. The last thing you guys saw was the cab, and I painted the cab and I cleared it, and then I moved on and painted and cleared everything else. So here is the truck, and it is not 100% assembled, as you can see, but I need to paint one more thing, and it's the glove box. So it is on the to-do list for sure. We'll start just right here real quick. I got the grill, and I got to buff that a little bit because there was some runs on the bottom, but that's an easy fix. Everything else looks good. Grill, the bumpers are white. Fender, hood, here's the front fenders, and also got this top cover. Oh, I need 3 other things I need to paint, because when I'm putting together this truck, I totally forgot about these fellers right there. Those little cover things right there. So I got to dig those out and see what we need to do with those, because those are somewhere. They're buried under there. So that's one of the things I got to figure out today and find. Before I put this fender on, I buffed this whole side panel, cut and buffed that, and it turned out pretty good. I think I'm just going to call it. It turned out good. I still need to do the fender. Right now, this is just how it looks with the clear coat. And the bed's just sitting here, so we got to get it bolted down. Moving towards the inside, it's kind of a mess right now, but we did put down the sound deadening in here, and I'm also going to probably fill up the space back here with some like expanding foam or something, just to make it that much better. Right now, what I'm doing is I got the AC/heater unit, and I've got to get this attached under here. And it's kind of something I need to do first before I start running wires and everything, because I need to know where this goes and the space that it occupies before I do that. But I did make things hard for myself, as I normally do. I put on this nice panel right here to cover up all those holes and to, make it look nice. But there's a hole right here that I covered, and I'm going to have to drill a hole through that. You see right here, I brought a 4-inch. Actually, I think I have a 4.5. Shoot. I brought a hole saw, and I think it's too big. Yeah, I'll figure that in a sec. I also got some carpet for it, and carpet does fit in there. It's already got some like pre-cutouts for like some switches in the steering column. Yeah, and we've already kind of test fitted in there. The carpet comes back here, and we'll take out these seatbelt brackets, put the carpet down, put the seatbelt bracket on. It'll kind of help hold the back part. And then we'll have some bolts or something up front to hold that. So yeah, there we go. There's everything. You're kind of caught up now, but man, that was about a month, just a month straight of just paint. I had to get it done because I was running out of like warm weather outside, and like running out of good days. So yeah, here's the setup right now. Got the buffer and all the stuff. I'm almost done with this, and then I can put the fender on here. So anywho, yeah, you're caught up. And I know it's a lot, like, and there's a lot I didn't record, but we also got a bunch of parts now. We got a bunch of parts that came in. So we've got all the glass we need to put in, and I've got like the gaskets, like the window seals, and these right here are actually a little tipped over there. There we go. Trying to get these to see if they'll unfold. This is the headliner, and we also have like a door panel liner in there too.
The next day.
The steering column, there was an episode where we got that all fit, and we kind of went through that whole thing. This is in now, and I got the gas pedal in, and I got the brake pedal in. The brake pedal is hooked up to the the master cylinder, and I did get the AC slash heater unit in, the HVAC. So I don't remember if I showed this or not, but so these are the heater lines right here, and we'll be able to pull these off and get the hose attached here. I might have to just slightly bend these just a hair, not a lot. But you can see there's two other slots here, and this is going to be for the AC hoses. They're going to pop out right here, and then there is another cover that goes over these three holes, and a seal, which is going to tie that up really nice. So there's a bracket that we ordered with the AC compressor, and that is what I think is in that box. We're going to open that up here in just a second. I threw on the master cylinder, and you can see that's just kind of how we left it and tested it. So these lines are actually pinched off really tight, and we got these bottles just to kind of catch the fluid. And that way we were able to test kind of what it would be like to simulate what it was like if the brakes were hooked up. So that way when we push this to the floor, you can see it's actually not touching the floor, similar to if the brakes were hooked up. So yeah, we got that hooked up. We got a shift cable coming. I did also get foam, and I foamed this pillar right here. You can see it kind of oozing out right there, and I foamed out. So basically this whole corner and some of this up here and this corner here, obviously we're gonna have to trim that off, but trimmed real easy, triminy, just like that. Nice thing is that we'll be able to cut what we need, and the headliner is going to cover a lot of that up. See, I got some right here, some popcorn popping out off the apricot tree. Yeah, that's where we're at. I did some, in the meantime, I did do some buffing and polishing. This side's pretty much done, so I'm going to leave that for a minute. Man, I am rambling, and I appreciate you sticking around for this first little bit just to hear me ramble. It means a lot to me. You know, there's a lot of other videos out there on YouTube, and you're here listening to me ramble. I also broke open this box. Guys, I'm getting really excited. If you can't tell, I got all the boxes over here. I'm like starting to open like all these things I've been waiting for. So this is fun. I did also open this. Don't get sidetracked, Colt. Gosh, dang it. Don't get sidetracked. Let's open up this box. All right. 2 seconds. Okay. Open it up. Handle with care. Care? Well, they're not here, so we're just going to handle it by ourselves. And see what this is. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This has got to be the cutest little AC compressor that you've ever seen. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's adorable. And here are these are the coolant lines. This bolts right to the AC compressor. Let's verify that. Yep, that answers that question. Look at that. Kaboom, right there. So that goes to there. Love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so this box has a pulley tensioner. That there. Some nice silver shiny things. Shiny silver things. Some shiny bolts. All right, it says to remove the cardboard. This is one of the pieces. All right, we are removing the cardboard. There it is. There it is. All right, so what this is going to do, shout out to Quick Performance for their awesome parts. Somewhere like, look, I didn't read the instructions. Look, I didn't read the instructions yet, okay? All right, but it goes over here somewhere, all right, just somehow, and it's going to hold our AC compressor up nice and high. Got this bracket on, and it is looking nice. So they include this tensioner, which is nice. Look at that, it lines right up with that water pump. All right, I got the compressor right here. I'm gonna put this on, so give me a sec. All right, now it didn't come with any lock washers, so I'm gonna actually put one on these that just hold that compressor on there. But I just kind of got this bolt. It's just kind of loosely sitting there, but you get the idea. So there's the AC compressor. It is tucked up so nicely in there. And then our lines will come right up right this, and we'll get them right into there. Hoses, I got hoses coming, and I got just the recommended length. I'm pretty sure I mean, that's not that far. It's like maybe 3.5 feet total. So we'll see. Hopefully the hoses aren't ridiculously long, because if they are, we're going to have to come out and then like come run against the fender and do some, make them tuck. I mean, yeah, look, I'll make it look nice, all right? This is just slapped on there for a minute. So with all these parts, condenser and AC, that's going to be a little bit further along, but I want to show you this. This is the Painless kit that we got, and Painless, they go through a lot of work to deliver you like a really good product. Obviously, I don't have any sponsors or anything. I'm just saying it. These guys do good work, and I'm very impressed with this kit. They gave me this whole big book right here. Look at how thick that is, right? And it is full of pictures and how to best go about mounting everything and getting your wires run, like how to make a good connection. And I'm really impressed, because I feel like anybody, like if you're determined enough, you could get this, and it would be, yeah, it might not be fun, but like this could guide you through, right? And you will learn patience if you did this, right? But blown away. This is top notch. A lot of the stuff that's in here and all kind of these wiring diagrams, I've had to learn just by trial and error. And they've just taken a lot of that out for me. So very good job to these. Shout out to these guys. They did an impressive job. Amazing. So this right here is the harness for the truck. There's two harnesses. So there's the chassis harness, which is right here that we're holding, and then there's that harness that's on the engine right now. That's the engine harness. They are two separate ones, and they perform exactly kind of like what their name suggests. So the engine harness runs just the engine. They do tie into each other, and we're going to be doing that through some of these fuses. And I don't have it with me yet, but I'm going to be getting a bus bar, and this is really cool. So they give you, it's a really nice thick wire. This would be like what you would use for run power. This is going to be, usually like you'll have something like this big from the alternator or the battery, and this is what's going to have a constant supply power to the this fuse box right here. I wanted to keep it minimal, so I didn't want a lot. Oh, there's the Fort Worth, Texas fuse right there. It's 30 amp. So yeah, I wanted to keep it simple. So they had a few different styles, but this one's nice and easy, and you can see it, and it's well labeled. So I mean, there's not much to it, but because we kind of ripped out all the old wires, and it was a 6-volt system, so I needed something that was a little bit more stout. So the nice thing about this is this will wire up the whole chassis. So it gives me my headlights, my taillights, my turn signals, wiper, radio. I think the radio's on here somewhere. Stop. Yeah, radio right there. Alternator, nice. This is so cool. So anyway, I'm excited. This is going to be quite a bit of work. Initially, I wanted this in, and it's fine. This is all I need, really, even though I'm going to pull it back out. But I needed this box in here, the HVAC box, because I want to know like how my wires were going to route around it. I didn't want to run wires and get them all situated just to find out, oh, now they're in the way of all my vents, right? There's all the vent tubes. So also a lot of the truck wiring ran underneath, and we will need to run some underneath, obviously, to the, like, for the tail lights and the fuel pump and all that. But I was going to see, yeah, we're probably gonna have to shove it. You can look right through the gauge cluster. There's plenty of room up there on the top, but kind of like I was telling you guys not too long ago, I'll be nice to future me. I want to be nice to future me, or future whoever's going to have to work on the truck, or at least look at the truck. I want the fuses to be in a spot that's not like too much of a pain to reach, right? Because some of these newer cars, you can, I mean, I don't know, depends on the car, but I've been in cars where the fuse box is way up underneath, and you have to like cream your back. Cream. I think I just made a new word. To get to the fuse, and it is not fun. So, anyway, forgive me for rambling. I appreciate you guys sticking through it. If you're still here and didn't skip through, that is amazing. That is impressive. Anyway, let's get this harness just kind of opened up, and we're going to see what we need to do. So I got the main twisty ties off, which this is actually kind of nice, because it looks like they have it kind of broken up by kind of like system. And I can tell because of the colors of these wires, I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, I just realized too, these have words on them. Oh my gosh. Wow, I was going to say that looks like my turn signals are in here, just because typically you have your, kind of like your trailer, you got your red and your, or sorry, not red, you got your yellow and your green, but look at that. These have the words on here. Oh my gosh. This is just, I don't even know what to say. Like this is so foreign to me. This is so awesome. I'm used to taking like a harness out of a donor vehicle and just manipulating it and making it do what I want. This is too much. All right, next step, we're going to go lay this in there and just start seeing where we can put this. All right, so initially I'm thinking, man, why not just right there? Huh? We make it easy for everybody, huh? It will show, though. It will definitely show. So, I've got, remember that panel I put on to cover up all the holes and make it look nice, because I want it to be all nice? Yep, we're gonna have to drill. We're gonna have to drill some holes. For there is a hole at the top here somewhere. I gotta find it. I gotta poke that through and just see if maybe we can wiggle this up, because I'm thinking, is that too high? It is out of the way. I would put it through this side, but there's no way to get on the other side of that, even though that is hollow. But I've got, let me show you here. Ugh. Yeah, this right here. This right here. Let's see if we can, wow. That is on there. I'll push that out a little bit. I don't know where to poke through. I'm pretty sure that is where the old harness came through anyway. So we had like the main harness came out right there, which I think we'll do again, and then what we'll do is to kind of conceal the wires, we'll have that loom and it'll go in part way in there. All right, well, I was looking around and I actually found a box that I missed, and it has the hoses in it. So we can accomplish and finish our work. So let's take this over here. Okay. So now these hoses, they have a special end on them, and they're going to have to be crimped. All right. What we'll do is I'm going to take out these nuts right there, and we're going to push this out, and then see. We're gonna work on routing these hoses. So here's, I don't have very good light in here, but there's one fitting. So I've got this hose right here, and he's gonna go on like that. And we're gonna run the hose straight down, underneath, and out this one right there. The other hose, I might be able to get to. It's just right back here. No, I won't be able to because I got to get it tight. All right, like I said, wasn't that tough to pull out. There's only these 2 studs.
And I'm one of those too, right?
That right there is the drain for all the water that condenses on this feller. So you've probably noticed as you're driving your car in the summer, you park somewhere and then you come back out and there's just a puddle of water. That's because as this is running, it's actually creating a lot of frost around the evaporator in here. And once you stop using that, or it just kind of melts, it just drips the water. So I got to hook up that line. I've already kind of attached this so I can see where that goes, but I got to get, man, these hoses are a little unruly. I'm not going to tighten this one just yet. I'm going to kind of let it float around, but I'm going to get this guy attached, and then I'm just going to run both these hoses through here and then run it through there. And man, I've got this thing to fight through too, because that hose is a lot huger than these. I haven't been showing it on all of it, but I have been putting some oil on these O-rings, so they're not just going on there dry. That would be bad. All right, I need both hands to do this. Stand by. Okay, that one's attached. I still gotta just tighten them, but on these things you gotta be just careful. You can't. I mean, you want them tight, but like they don't need to be like Superman tight. You know what I'm saying? But like tight, like you don't want to come off, but like go easy on it. Like calm down, because you don't want to. The last thing you want to do is like twist or tweak this feller. Would be a bad day. So I'm going to get a wrench to hold this and then just give her a good snug, and then work on getting this. I mean, through there is not a too bad, but I got to get that hose fit through here. So, and same with this feller. So stand by.
2 hours later.
So I got both hoses in here for the AC, and that's tucked up real nice. I also got the drain hooked up, and I really like the way this kit ties it together. So there's this really nice rubber grommet in between. You can see it right here. It sandwiches itself in here. There's a little bit of, you can see a little bit of a gap here. That's for a little bit of space left for when we push the coolant hoses on. Those actually go through those just a hair. We'll put our clamps right on there. But we are, oh, and here's the drain right there, and we'll just kind of tie that down like that. So, just kind of recap here. This longer hose right here, this is pretty sure, yeah, this is like the return, I think. It's longer because it's got to come up here to the condenser and be recondensed. So, that's that one. And then here's the big one right here. And we could probably trim it just a hair. Sorry, remember I don't have my GoPro. This is on my phone today. So here's the big one, and this is the high pressure side, and we're gonna run it into there, right there. Probably trim it just a hair. We don't need it that long. So if we get it to like right there, you'll cut it. That would look phenomenal, right? And then this hose right here is also going to run up to the condenser. So the condenser's got 2 ends to it. Kind of like it's a radiator. That's all it is. It's just a radiator for your coolant to cool it back down. So this one will go here, and then this will run from here to the condenser, and then this is the other side of the condenser right here. So anywho, I am happy with that. It's all tied up there. It looks really sharp. I'll get that sticker out of the way, but it's just boom. Not much to it. And then we'll have the other 2 lines coming out and hooking up down here. So those will be nice and clean because just those 2 lines. Make those nice and short. I just like that it's all going to be like one bundle. we'll be able to kind of zip tie them, and we'll get some sheath to cover it, because when the engine's like torquing and rotating a bit, it's going to cause these hoses to kind of rub, and you don't want these to chafe. So we'll put some, like a sheath or cover around these to protect them, and then we'll bundle them up together as a unit. I will pick up the wiring next. I got looking, and oh, sheesh, sorry. There's a big old grommet here for the engine harness, and there's also a grommet that gosh dang, sheesh, keep tripping. There's also a grommet in here, right there, for the chassis. So I gotta decide where things are gonna go, like what's gonna go where, and because I got that hole right up there, which is what I want to run the chassis out of, and I don't want to like shove too much through one spot, because I got the engine harness. There's also this hole right here, but that goes underneath the AC unit. Most likely I'm going to be drilling another hole, and we'll just have one there for the engine and one there. I don't know, that could change, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. So that's gonna do it for this episode, and I will catch you guys up soon. But thanks so much for watching. Stick around, hear me rambling, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.